Hello, pussies.
Hello, brothers.
Hello, my favorite dickheads. What we gonna do today?
Today we're going to make a tier list about all champions on his ADC. Barack, what is your rank in League of Legends?
Gold one. Donald, what is yours?
I'm banned. I need start over. But then I am Smurf.
What was you rank before you get banned?
Iron 1. Everyone is always toxic to me and I never get a gank.
Donald, don't cry, pussy. You're always toxic to everyone. Joe, can you start, please?
Okay, guys, let's talk about Ashe. Where do you think she should rank?
I think she's pretty strong in the current meta. I'd put her in the top tier.
I agree. Her ult is so powerful for engaging and setting up ganks.
I see your points. But don't you think she's a bit too reliant on her team? She doesn't have much mobility or self-peel.
That's true, but if you position well and use your ult effectively, you can still dominate team fights.
True, but she can still hold her own with good positioning and use of her abilities.
And her range is really good, which makes her a safe pick in a lot of situations. All right, I think we can put her in the B tier.
What do you guys think about Samira?
Samira's high burst potential with her ultimate mobility with Blade Whirl and strong dueling potential with Flare make her a high skill, high reward pick in the high B or low A tier. But her weak early game and reliance on setup from her team can make her a risky choice in certain matchups.
I agree with that. She looks pretty like Michelle.
The next one is Caitlyn. She has insane range, makes her a top tier ADC pick.
Her zoning potential with traps and net can make her an invaluable asset to the team.
Although she can struggle in the mid game, Caitlyn's strong early game and ability to snowball puts her in the A tier for me. And let's not forget she is hot.
Yes, she is. I want to have one night with her.
Okay, howdy guys, the next one is Miss Fortune.
Miss Fortune's early game poke with double up and make it rain is incredibly strong.
Her ultimate can devastate team fights and turn the tide in her team's favor.
However, her lack of mobility and vulnerability to crowd control can make her a risky pick, but she's still a solid choice. I like to see her in Tier A.
I like to see her in my room.
I like to see Melanie in my room.
Fuck you, dickhead.
Guys, stop it. Let's go to the next one. Tristana.
Tristana's tower pushing and ability to scale with her range make her a strong pick in the right hands. Plus, her rocket jump provides a great escape tool and can be used aggressively to secure kills.
However, her weak early game and reliance on scaling can make her a risky pick, but she's still a solid choice in Tier B.
Next one is Zaya. She is a strong laning phase, safety with Featherstorm, and potential to snowball puts her in the B tier. But her reliance on hitting feather abilities makes her a higher skill cap champion. Are you guys agreed with that?
No, but you are the president.
I agreed.
We go on with Aphelios.
Aphelios' diverse weapon combinations and range scaling make him a strong pick in the right hands.
Plus, his late game potential and ability to melt through tanks make him a nightmare to deal with.
However, his high complexity and vulnerability to crowd control can make him a risky pick. I place it to Tier C.
Let's go on with Draven. He's spinning axes mechanic and burst damage potential make him a fun and rewarding champion to play.
However, his lack of mobility and vulnerability to crowd control can make him a risky pick in team fights.
Despite his weaknesses, his strong laning phase and potential, but he is very hard to play. I want to see him in Tier C.
Donald, for you, he is hard to play, but for the normal players, he is not. So put him in Tier B at least.
I agree with that, Barack. Donald, you are a noob, so every champion is too hard for you to play. Let's move on with Ezreal.
Ezreal's safety with arcane shift, strong poke, and flexibility with build paths make him a solid pick in the high B or low A tier. But his reliance on skill shots and lack of consistent damage can make him fall off in the late game.
Agreed with that one. Tier B is fine. Let's talk about my favorite one. Jinx's passive and ultimate can quickly turn team fights in her favor, making her a valuable pick in the right hands.
However, her lack of mobility and weak early game can make her a risky pick in certain matchups.
Despite her weaknesses, her strong team fight potential and ability, I put her in Tier C.
Then we have Kai Sa. Her hybrid damage, flexibility with build paths, and potential to scale into a late-game powerhouse. But her short range and weak laning phase can make her vulnerable to poke in all ends.
I agree with that. Overall, she is hot, so put her in Tier B.
Yes, that's true. I want one to feel her power in me, if you know what I mean.
I don't want to know. Let's talk about Lucian. He has a strong laning phase, mobility, and burst damage potential make him a solid pick in the high A tier. But his short range and reliance on hitting his abilities can make him vulnerable in extended team fights.
I don't want to say it, but you are completely right about that. I want to put Sivir in Tier B, her wave clear, team utility with On the Hunt, and potential to poke with her boomerang blade but her lack of mobility and short range can make her vulnerable to all-ins and poke from longer-range champions.
Agree with that one? Donald, which champion did you play the most before you get banned?
Callista Broshi is awesome. Her ability to kite and secure objectives with Ren makes her a strong pick in coordinated team play.
However, her reliance on landing skill shots and weaker late-game scaling can make her a risky choice in solo queue. Despite her weaknesses, her potential to snowball and make plays with Fate's Call make her a solid choice in the high B or low A tier.
I place it in Tier B. The next one is Varus. He's strong poke with piercing arrow, utility with chain of corruption, and hybrid damage make him a solid pick in the high B or low A tier. But his lack of mobility and vulnerability to all-ins can make him a risky choice against certain matchups. I place it in Tier A.
Let's talk about the best champion for me in League of Legends. Tha is Jean for me, with a long-range poke with Deadly Flourish, burst potential with Curtain Call, and utility with Captive Audience makes him a solid pick. I want to see him in the high A tier, but his immobility and reliance on hitting skill shots can make him vulnerable to all-ins and hard engage.
I agree with that. We have no one in the noob tier, but I will change that. I like to see Twitch there because I hate facking rats.
Donald, we can place you in the noob tier too if we're going to put rats in there.
Yeah, Donald, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah, hopefully you guys like to watch this tier list. Don't forget to subscribe and like this